The Black Codes. Black Codes. The Black Codes were laws passed by Southern states in 1865 and 1866 in the United States after the American Civil War with the intent and effect of restricting African Americans' freedoms and compelling them to work in a labor economy based on low wages and debit. Slavery was abolished at the end of the war, but Southern states made black codes to not allow African Americans to have the same rights as everyone else. Former slaves that attempted to avoid the black laws were beaten, fined, or arrested. The South added laws called apprenticeship laws. Judges gave many young African orphans to white plantation owners who would make them work. Black codes tried to keep slaves from making money, so they still had to work at plantations. In the year of 1866, black codes were officially outlawed. When Reconstruction ended in 1877, freed people had only seen a little bit of improvement in their economic and social statuses. Freed adult men were forced to sign contracts with their employers, who were most of the time their previous owners. These contracts prevented African Americans from working for more than one employer, and therefore from positively influencing the low wages and poor working conditions they received. Differing political goals of Reconstruction and its opposition. On April 11, 1865, only 2 days after Robert E. Lee surrendered, Abraham Lincoln said his last public address. President Johnson fought Congress over Reconstruction. By the end of 1865, radical Republican views have gained a majority in Congress, and the decisive year of 1866 saw a gradual decline of President Johnson's power. Republicans did not want to give up the political advantage they held, especially by allowing former Confederate leaders to reclaim their seats in Congress. All Republicans agreed that no state would be welcomed back to the Union without ratifying the 14th Amendment. The Republicans wanted to make sure the principles of the Civil Rights Act stayed intact by adding a new amendment to the Constitution. The Civil Rights Act of 1875 prohibited racial discrimination in jury selection, transportation, restaurants, and other places. It did not, however, guarantee equality in schools, churches, and cemeteries.